He killed a woman he liked, her corpse right after the murder. As you know, that day of judgment never came because his rich father once again paid good money for a lawyer.
What lawyer? The unbelievable story of a cannibal turned celebrity. Only for people with strong stomachs. Okay, so boom, let's actually watch this, bro.
This true crime story I'm about to tell you could haunt you for the rest of your life. So, if you think you cannot handle it, please just exit this video right away.
Hey, bro, if you guys can't handle it, bro, you know what I'm saying?
Else, all you have to do is to remember this name, Issei Sagawa. Because this story will get crazier and crazier, and you will be shocked to hear how it ends. You are watching Crime Tales
After Nightfall.
First thing you have to know, the man you're looking at right
Hell nah, it's new me.
now is proud of what he's done. He killed a woman he liked, her corpse right after the murder, and then ate her body parts for days. Those horrible
I don't understand, bro.
Those horrible crimes are not even the worst part yet. The
It gets worse.
most mind-blowing fact about this is that as we speak, you can literally go to Japan and meet this guy in real life. Yes, he is alive and totally free. In fact, he was never put to trial, and despite openly admitting to his crazy killing, he even became an actual celebrity. He made money because of his crime. I know, it's disgusting, but let's stay focused. What made this guy kill the woman he liked? What kind of
Wait. I understand the first two parts, but why did he eat the girl, bro? Like, damn, was she really that bad?
force drove him to crave human meat? Why on earth was he never put to trial? And how did a horrible murderer
Is that the... Oh my... And he's looking down at it as if he won like a plaque. This nigga looking at... Bro, he's acting like he won a chip.
become a celebrity?
なんか思ったより堂々としてるね。
Imagine,
To solve this dark mystery, you have to learn what happened to Issei as a child. See, unlike many killers, Issei never mentioned being abused by his parents. In fact, he was born rich. He had an easy life. He enjoyed a life of privilege. His only insecurity was being born small and weak due to a health condition. He said his legs were so skinny they looked like pencils, so as a shy little boy, he stayed at home a lot. And that is how he developed a strong liking for books. It is at this very young age that his cannibalistic urges started to show. His favorite fairy tale was Hansel and Gretel, a story about
Oh, what? I can't remember what... Wait, hold on.
two siblings in danger of getting eaten by a witch. He has fond memories of his uncle dressing up as a monster and jokingly lowering him into a stew pot. He recalls looking at his male classmates' thighs in first grade, thinking of how healthy it looked and how delicious it would taste.
What? Classmates' thighs? You mean the males or the females?
Into
bro?
a stew pot. He recalls looking at his male classmates'
Male is... Hold on, let me stop.
thighs in first grade, thinking of how healthy it looked and how delicious it would taste. But see, he wasn't actually homosexual. In fact, as he entered junior high school, Issei became fascinated with healthy-looking, beautiful white women. Actress Grace Kelly.
Yeah, this nigga, this dude was the ultimate milk dude, bro. Oh my goodness, bro.
In particular was his obsession. And while other men just fantasize about kissing them, his mind went much further. For him, sexual desire naturally leads to biting on their flesh.
好きな人の唇を舐めたいとか原始的な欲求に
It's
基づ
based
いた
on
と
primal urges. What?
たいと
The
か
desire to lick the lips of the
原
love
始的
of
な
the lover is
欲
based
求
on
を
primal
満た
urges.
ないとと思います
At the age of 24, his fixation on white women continued
Damn, bro, this nigga loves his milk, bro.
until it awakened a monster inside him. Issei followed a tall German woman home with the plan of slicing a part of her buttocks and sneaking away with that tiny piece while she sleeps. Except the German woman woke up and caught him. Not knowing his darker plan, police charged him with attempted rape, but these charges were dropped. When his father paid the victim, he was very rich. At this point, you see, he already had his first taste of unfair immunity, and that is how his craving for human meat grew even stronger.
You know, I wonder what does human meat taste like? Does it taste like beef? Like, does it taste like McDonald's, bro? Like, I don't get it. Like cows?
His craving for human
How do I get a
meat
picture?
grew even stronger.
妄想の一つです
It's my fantasy.
なるべく
As
痛い
painful as
3
possible.
years
Pain, pain.
later, Issei finds himself studying literature in Paris. He would bring home prostitutes almost every night, trying to shoot them. But his fingers would freeze up every single time. The more he failed, the more hungry he became. These attempts would come to an end 5 years later, when he finally meets the woman who would change his life forever. Renée Harteveld. Year-old Dutch woman who stood 5 feet and 10 inches tall. Renée was beautiful, warm and friendly. She was everything Issei could never be. So he decided he wanted to absorb her energy. And he made a plan. Issei would invite Renée to dinner at his apartment, under the excuse of translating poetry for an assignment. She said yes. Fast forward to that day, as Renée was reading poetry facing away from him, Issei got a rifle and shot her in the neck. Weak as he
Oh. In the neck?
always was, Issei fainted in shock from his own gunshot, but he later woke up thinking it was now all or nothing. He waited for this moment for 32 years. He could finally satisfy his unspeakable craving. He did the most disgusting things. First, he had sex with Renée's corpse.
I knew it had to be like, bro. This is the same thing that happened with Marilyn Monroe. Gang. Oh my gosh. It's like they always have to smash the corpse, bro. Like, I know it's still warm, but gang, come on, bro.
When he was done, he bought a butcher knife and started cutting parts of her dead body. Raw or cooked, he devoured the flesh one by one. He
At least cook the meat, gang.
even took pictures at each stage. Once it started to stink, Issei decided to dump the remains in a lake. He carried them in 2 suitcases, blood dripping all over. That is until he was caught in the act. French police arrested him. Night Fam, I wish I could just end this terrible story right now and tell you that karma or justice eventually got him. But it only gets crazier from here, which is why at this point I want to ask you a more complicated question. Do sick-minded people deserve to re-enter society? Think about this statement as we take a deep breath.
Okay, I don't know, gang, bro. Like, who am I to judge at the end of the day, gang? What do you mean by that? You're murdering? Hold on, chill, bro. I'm not. I do bad stuff too. You know what I mean? Just because somebody does better stuff doesn't mean that, you know what I mean?
Prison while he waited for his trial for 2 years. As you know, that day of judgment never came because his rich father once again paid good money for a lawyer.
What lawyer? Bro, I know for a fact Gyoma didn't exist back then.
Sagawa was declared legally insane and unfit to stand trial. Lawyer. Sagawa was declared legally insane and unfit to stand trial. The French judge ordered him instead to be locked away in a mental institution. But instead of restricting him and taming his beastly urges, this place only made Issei more famous. It's all thanks to an author who visited the cannibal killer, interviewed him about his own crime, and got his story published in Japan through his book. After that, Issei became a celebrity for exactly the same horrible reasons. In fact, it was this sudden publicity that likely influenced French authorities to just deport him back to Japan. When he came back home, Japanese officials re-examined him and eventually declared him sane. And since charges were already dropped in France, Issei Sagawa, the proud cannibal, rapist, killer, was not only totally free, he embraced his newly found...
What is that flick, gang? What is that flick, gang? Like, you are meant to have aura, bro. Not like, but what is that flick, gang?
Status of an actual celebrity in the 90s. Guest speaker, commentator, novelist, Issei was being invited to write about his own murder. Popular magazines and TV shows featured him. Even a cooking show made him prepare some meat dishes.
A cooking show, gang?
Believe it or not, Issei even did softcore porn films where he would bite the buttocks of his female co-star. In the middle of this fame, he never showed any shame. He was proud of his crime and was making money out of it. Having heard all of...
Not gonna lie, biting the ass is kind of fire, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever see some ass, you're just like, You know, okay, I'm gonna stop, bro.
Dad, I'd like to ask you once again, do sick-minded people deserve to re-enter society?
I mean, it depends, bro. Like, goddamn, gang.
Well, if you ask Japanese people during the early 2000s about Sagawa, your hope for humanity would be restored, even just for a bit. Because during this time, karma finally got him. Nobody would publish his books anymore. No company would want to be linked to him, so he couldn't get a job. He was even prevented from attending his own parents' funeral. And as we speak, Sagawa is 72 years old right now and living quietly outside Tokyo. He suffers from many illnesses, had at least 2 heart attacks, and is only fed through a tube to his stomach. He is confined to a wheelchair and never married. Only his brother looks after him. He lives a very sad life. Now, as you hear the sad state he now belongs in, some of you may start thinking, maybe it's time to forgive this old man. If that is you, then just listen one last time to what Issei Sagawa said when Vice interviewed
No. There is no way it gets worse, gang.
him in 2011. They asked, would you eat someone again before you die? The desire to eat people becomes so intense around June, when women start wearing less and showing more skin. So yes, I do still harbor these desires, and I specifically want to eat a Japanese woman this time.
You called it, bruh.
There are much more disturbing statements where that came from, too graphic for me to even show. But, Nightfam, how do you feel now that you've heard the chilling story of this cannibal, rapist, killer that became a celebrity, who never showed shame about what he did and will gladly do it all over again? As for me,
bro.
I just think it's really unbelievable. It's an unbelievable story. Probably one of the craziest we've ever covered here at Project Nightfall. And that's saying a lot, knowing how many extremes we've talked about already. I really struggle to understand the decision of Japan. Japan's government allowing him to be free is like them spitting spitting on the French girl's grave. Just think how her family must feel about this. It's insane. And when it comes to Issei Sagawa, he should have never been declared sane. He needed serious help, and it is so unfortunate how he never truly got it. Worse, he was enabled both by the flawed justice system and the society treating him like some type of a twisted celebrity. They let him enjoy the spotlight, and maybe that made him believe his own narrative that there was nothing wrong with him.
Damn, bro. Damn, bro. I need to get me some of that meat too. If it's that good, I need some. But hey, bro, WV gang.
Yeah, I got fast now. Look at my Rari.